focus now on the investigation. We know that French investigators desperately trying to determine who was behind this attack and whether ISIS was involved or not. French President Hollande saying France as a whole is threatened by Islamist terrorism. And ABC's chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross is here with the very latest. So, Brian, what can you tell us about the suspect and who may have been behind this?
Well, good morning, Amy. As of this hour, there's been no claim of responsibility for what happened in Nice, but online followers of ISIS have been celebrating the deadly attack. French media this morning are identifying the suspect as a 31-year-old French Tunisian whose apartment is being searched at this hour. U.S. officials this morning say ISIS is certainly the leading candidate, given their huge ranks of French recruits and repeated calls for just such a vehicle attack. French recruits are estimated to be some 1,700 French citizens believed to have gone to Iraq and Syria to join terror networks, mostly ISIS. Many have been killed and others have returned to France. With sheer numbers so large, French authorities have been unable to keep an eye on so many suspects. And again, ISIS has sent messages to its followers about using vehicles to attack. Quote, according to one spokesman, if you're not able to find an IED or a bullet, then single out the disbelieving American, Frenchman, or any of their allies, smash his head with a rock, or slaughter him with a knife, or run him over with your car, and on and on. Simple, unsophisticated weapons, but very deadly.
And unfortunately very effective. You heard the directive there, Americans, Frenchmen. So what are the implications back here in the United States?
Well, they're huge in a way. Clearly, the U.S. is a top priority target for ISIS, which has offered its American recruits similar encouragements. What counterterror officials are looking at this morning closely is the tempo of the attacks in the West. It was just 2 weeks ago that an ISIS-directed attack was carried out at the airport in Istanbul, Turkey. And 2 weeks before that, it was the ISIS-inspired attack at the nightclub in Orlando, Florida. So far, more than 400 people have now been killed by ISIS attacks on Western targets, not including Nice, and of course thousands more in Syria and Iraq slaughtered by ISIS, Amy.
All right, Brian.